Welcome back, Bravehearts. And I have another Braveheart woman sitting with me. And it's part of our Braveheart Regeneration, Healthy to 100. And I have this lovely lady by the name of Andree. And Andree came here from Canada. And I did a perfect day consult with Andree back in January, right?
Yes, it was in January.
Yes. Welcome, Andree.
Thank you.
And Andree decided to come down and have some wolf non-surgical. And I just finished a treatment with her. And I've been treating you, I did how many treatments this week?
I've had 4 treatments.
4 treatments.
Yes.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about your journey and tell us a little bit about the Perfect Day Consult and how that has impacted your life and about Daryl Wolf and just a little bit of how you ended up here, Andree.
Well, I started following Dr. Wolf on Facebook, and I really enjoyed what he was talking about. And I really believed also what what he was saying. So the first thing I did was I ordered his book. This one, as a matter of fact, Healthy to 100. And when I first received it, I just went through like crazy. I was reading fast, and then. And learning so much from this book, and believed everything that he was saying. So then what I did, I said, well, I better read it again and highlight the parts that really are interesting to me. So that's what I did. And then I've kept following him on Facebook, and then he was talking a lot about this Braveheart emotional course that anyone could take. So I decided to take that, and that was a really eye-opener for me. By following these lessons and taking the tests, all of a sudden I started discovering what it was all about.
Good for you. And what was happening with you physically and emotionally at that time when you started to follow Daryl Wolf? Like what was going on with your body and your health at that time?
Well, I was in pretty bad shape at the time. I was having difficulty walking. I couldn't walk long distances, and even just going shopping and getting in the car, I was having problems. And then I was following Dr. Wolf on Facebook and talking about Mexico. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, this is one place I would like to go. And finally, I am here through the graciousness of my son and daughter-in-law, who took me here and have taken me for my treatments and everything. And Sharon has been a wonderful, wonderful person to get to know. And as far as her... I'm forgetting the ability to do the non-surgical. Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable, what she's accomplishing, and what she's accomplished on me also. Because when I first arrived here, I really was having a hard time walking, and now I can walk, and the pain is not as severe. It's just, I'm going back tomorrow to, I'm from Comox, BC, and I'm going back tomorrow, but with a new outlook on my life and feeling much better. And I'm 84 years old, and I never thought I'd be coming to Mexico for treatments at 84 years old, but here I am.
And it's so amazing. When I first introduced myself to Andree back in January was when I ended up doing your Perfect Day Consult. And you had so much pain, and that's what you had said so many times, that you were living alone and you're a widow, and you had all this pain in your legs and in your knee and in your hips, and it was really debilitating. And we talked about our health overall, and we talked about your large intestine, and we talked about getting you on, the daily cleansing tea and the
Yes.
black diamond crystals, and about the curcumin, cayenne, which would really help bring down the inflammation. And within how many months were you already feeling, or how many weeks were you already feeling like the pain had started to back off from doing the protocols originally?
You mean the
Like from actually doing some of the perfect day protocols, because you'd already had some relief from the pain. It needed to go further, right, with the Wolf non-surgical.
Yes, I mean, just taking that curcumin, it brought the circulation back
Yes.
in my legs, and
Brought the inflammation down.
Yes, and I also was taking the iodine,
The infinite iodine.
infinite iodine, and that I'm telling you, I don't go anywhere without my infinite iodine, and I have been in perfect health.
Yes.
Even through all these, whatever anybody else has been going through with sicknesses and that. I mean, I spray my throat every morning and every night before I go to bed.
Yeah, and you changed your diet, right?
My diet, yes. Now I'm on a
plant-based, whole food, plant-based diet.
Diet. And I've given up meat, and I'm eating, only healthy foods, no junk food.
And do you feel like you have more energy?
Oh, yes, I do.
Yes.
I do have more energy.
And how much
yes.
weight do you have?
I lost 30 pounds.
30 pounds?
Just
Since January?
Yes, and I've been on diets all my life, 15 years of dieting, and not able to lose 1 pound in the last 15 years. And I started the daily cleansing tea, and 30 pounds.
Things are moving and shaking.
Yes.
And it was so beautiful. In the last Whole Life Coach course, and I right in the middle of the course, I had received an email from you to give me an update as far as how you were feeling, and that you had dropped the weight, and you were doing the Braveheart emotional intelligence, the 12 loving steps, the mirror work, and really working on all of that aspect of your health, because it is the emotional and the physical that come together. Is that true?
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
And what did you find to be the most profound, as far as like any aha moments on the Braveheart emotional work that you really felt that was really something that pushed you forward? Any of the particular steps?
You mean
of the steps of the Braveheart emotional intelligence? There's the love band, there's the mirror work.
The love band, yes. The mirror work, yes. And the mirror work, sometimes I found that a little bit difficult. I would pass in front of a mirror and not do anything, but then I would go back to it. If I passed it, I would go back to it. And there's the mirror work and the love band.
And when you arrived here, your love band was all tattered.
That's
Actually,
right.
I don't have one on today.
I have a brand new love
It was all
band.
tattered, and so I gave you a new one.
Yes,
The first thing
you
I
did.
noticed,
Yes,
I know
you
that
did.
you've been using it.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, and you know that what happens is that it's your subconscious mind that tries to derail the whole thing. And so it's going to go, oh, this is silly, this isn't going to work.
Exactly, and also the Braveheart oath. I do it 10 times in the morning. And I know the subconscious tells me, what are you doing that for?
Yeah.
This is crazy. You're crazy doing that,
Yeah.
But, and all of a sudden, when it comes from the heart, I just have to do this, and then things change.
Oh, so you find out as soon as you put your hand on your heart?
Yes.
You now got the connection.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I do. Because I can say the Braveheart oath maybe 5, 6 times, and I'm looking at myself and I'm saying, that's not from the heart, Andree. You don't mean it. And then all of a sudden, just as I put my hand on my heart, then the tears come.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
That's beautiful. That really is beautiful. And it's, for me, it's just been, this is my passion and my purpose, and it's just been wonderful to now meet you. I was so excited when you were coming. And when I got that email saying that your son was going, and daughter-in-law were going to be bringing you down. And you arrived, my first treatment with you was Monday, so you arrived on the 3rd, right?
We arrived on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes, and I came here on Monday.
Yes, that's right. And and on Monday, she got out of the car and she could hardly walk, and you had so much pain that was emanating right down into your foot. Was that correct? And along your calves?
And the back of my leg.
Yes.
Like my calves, yeah.
And tell the audience about your first treatment. I did your hip, right?
Yes.
And your lower back.
And yes, my hip and my lower
Yeah,
back.
I moved into the hip, but I did the lower back and then moved over into the hip. And how did you feel the next day?
Well, I did feel a little bit sore.
Tender, yeah.
Yeah, tender. I was tender. But I felt better, you know. I could move easily. And no, I felt after the first treatment, I had an improvement.
Yeah. And the pain was...
And the pain, yeah, was not as prominent
Yeah.
as it was. Yes, definitely. Thanks to Sharon. She knows.
Well, and you've been a trooper. You really have been.
Yeah, because I can't say that it's not painful at times.
Yes, of course.
Because it is.
Yes.
Because it is. But to me, it was worth going through the pain.
And it's a true meaning of no pain, no gain.
That's right. Exactly.
Right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And this experience, I mean, this is what the Healthy to 100 is. You're 84 years old and decided that you're going to take massive personal action and change your diet, get into clapping because you use the clapper.
Yes, I do. I use the clapper. And I use the belly
button therapy.
Belly button therapy, yes. And
yeah.
lost for words right now.
Yes, and you know what? It's just following the protocols.
Yeah.
Because what Daryl Wolf has done is he's created this toolbox of tools that you can pull out, and you can start, peeling away those veils. And today you had a real emotional release in regards to the treatment, and that's what happens is that the emotions get.
I certainly did, yeah.
Yeah, the emotions get trapped in the tissues.
Yes, and then that's when you understand what is trapping in your tissues. I understood that today.
Yes.
During my treatment, because that's when I became really emotional and cried.
Yeah.
And cried, but it was releasing whatever was wrong with trapped in my. Yeah.
Well, what ends up happening is that when you have emotions and there's various areas that there's emotional components associated with the body, and the hips have their own set of emotions. And so when you're going through these emotional experiences and you haven't properly dealt with them, then that'll create inflammation within that certain region that holds that particular emotion. And that's what you ended up experiencing today, is because that particular emotion was trapped into your hip. And then when I worked on it, at first you were like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm crying. And I'm like, you know what, Andree, let it go, because that's what this is. It's an emotion that wasn't dealt with years ago. And so it got trapped in the inflammation and trapped in the calcification and all the scar tissue formation within that joint. And as I opened it up, then the emotion came out. And did you feel lighter after?
Yes, I did. I did, and there was less pain.
Yes,
it was
exactly.
Less pain.
Yeah.
I mean, it's maybe hard to believe this, but I mean, once you understand it and know what's going on in your body, then it makes sense.
Well, and that's why Einstein said E equals mc squared. It's energy in motion. So it's the emotion that comes first. And then, so the thought, or the image creates a thought, the thought creates an emotion, and the emotion creates a frequency, whether it's positive or negative, and then the brain, the chemist, dumps positive hormones into the body or negative. And those negative ones in the form of adrenaline, cortisol, or histamine end up going into the tissues and creating inflammation. And then the body's only resource to buffer down that inflammation, which is acidity, is to pull calcium from the bones. And so then that goes into that area, starts twisting the fibers and start creating blockages. and all pain like is created from blockages. And so what we did with the Wolf Non-Surgical and what you've been doing with following the Perfect Day strategies and the lifestyle is that we're bringing down the inflammation, and then now you've brought down the inflammation considerably because of what you've been following, and that shows by how much weight that you've lost, and even brought down some of the pain by being on the heavy dosages of the curcumin cayenne, because that's very anti-inflammatory. And so you bring down the inflammation, you start bringing down the pain, but we still needed to open up the blockages that were created from the inflammation and the emotion that got trapped within those tissues. And so what we did was we went in there gently, and even though it was tender at times and it felt, it was very uncomfortable, but Andree breathed through it, and we connected to our line heart breathing, and I opened up those areas and then created the release. And it was really beautiful to watch. You did an amazing job.
Yes, and and if you don't know anything about what's going on in your body, you can be in pain for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens.
And that's what this is. This is about regeneration. Is that it doesn't matter how old you are. You can.
That's right.
You can take massive personal action. Like, look at you. You're 84 years old, and you're getting your vitality back.
Oh, I definitely am. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you were walking this week.
That's right.
Tell us about your walking.
What your relief? Relief. Yeah, walking. Yes, we went. When was it? I think it was Tuesday night. We went out for dinner, and I walked and walked and walked. I thought, oh my gosh, I haven't walked like this for such a long time. So now my goal is to just go on the beach and walk on the beach right now before I leave.
And how freeing is that? Whereas before you came?
Yes.
Right?
Much more freeing.
What was it like before you came as far as walking?
Oh, I couldn't walk. I forced myself to walk, but I was walking in pain. If I went grocery shopping, I had to have a basket to hold on to it. And so I know now that it won't be like, I'll be able to get up and...
Life-changing.
Life-changing thing. Yes.
And didn't you mention to me that last night that was the first time when you slept, that you weren't feeling...
Yes, because every night when I would, go to bed, I would fall asleep, but then during the night I would wake up with such pain in my legs and in my feet. It would wake me up. But it hasn't happened to me now in the last 2 nights.
Yeah.
So I'm really very happy about that.
And now it's an opportunity to feel it, right? To really like dig down deep and feel that joy of the fact, because the body now needs to adjust to the fact that it's been in this pain zone for so long.
That's right.
And so now it's like, now I can actually be free, and you can feel that exhilaration of being free.
Definitely.
And own it, because you deserve that pride.
No, you deserve that.
So smile. Yeah, and that's the key, right? 3, 2, 1, you got this.
Yeah, 3, 2,
right?
1, I've got this.
Yeah, this is such a, for just to watch this journey, or to observe this journey with you, and to have an opportunity to be here in this place and be able to sit here and talk to you about this. And where do you see yourself going from here? So you're going to go back to Canada?
I'm going back to Canada, and I'm going to join the fitness, not the fitness center, but I'm going to go to Aquafit. I am going to go at least 3 times a week to get my legs going again, because I used to be a real fan of exercise, and I did that for many years, so I have to get back to it.
Good for you.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And I mean, when you can set these realistic, I am. You said I am, which is so important. Instead of I'm going to. I am going to do that. Yeah, exactly, right?
I am going to do this.
That's right.
Definitely.
And that's part of the affirmations, right?
Yes.
When we're putting those, I don't know if did you use the sticky notes around your home?
Yes.
I am healed, I am loved.
Yes, I did. I have them in my bathroom. I have them on my fridge, so whenever I open my fridge door.
Yeah.
I only have great food in there. Good food, good health.
Beautiful.
So,
Beautiful.
but I do have a little sticker on my fridge.
And you know, this is about perfect day strategy, and that was, you followed Daryl Wolf, and then you booked your perfect day consultation, and it was my honor to be that individual that did that, and it was so beautiful when, and didn't you adjust from getting off of your blood thinners and thyroid?
Yes, just blood thinner.
Just the blood
The
thinners.
blood thinner, yes.
Yes.
Because I was, yes, I had to take blood thinners, but I stopped taking the blood thinners when I started taking the curcumin because I could see the circulation going back into
Yeah.
my legs. And
Yeah.
so I'm sure that my blood is flowing.
Oh yeah, it's flowing well.
Yes, it's flowing well, yes.
You could see it in your face. And after every treatment that I did, I could see more rosiness in your cheeks.
Yeah.
And so you could see that more color was coming and more, you know, more vibrancy within your body. And when the body is moving out of pain, and it takes a while to adjust, and I know that from my own journey, is that it takes a while to adjust, that your brain and your heart recognizes that the body's not in this pain level anymore, and then to actually adjust within that, because it takes up so much of your energy to feel like, to have that pain going on. It's really depleting. I mean, you
Yes,
wake up
it
with
is.
so many quarts of energy, and when there's so much pain, that underlying pain that's continually eating away at that energy, now what will happen is that you'll create more vibrancy and more vibrancy as the body gets used to the fact, and you get better
Definitely,
sleeps,
yeah.
right?
Yes,
And that's so important.
yes.
And booking the perfect day consult, that's a real pivotal point on many individuals that I do consults with, is that that's, and did you find that too, that you had the consultation and then now you had a strategy associated with your health?
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
I did, yes.
Yeah, and you did really beautiful as far as following it. And so as far as the healthy, you know, the healthy to 100, there's no limitation as far as changing
No, there isn't.
and creating more vitality within your life. And you're,
I encourage everyone who might be watching this, doesn't matter how old you are, you can accomplish anything that you wish to accomplish.
absolutely. And hear you roar.
Yeah.
And hear you roar.
That's right.
And so now you'll be leaving tomorrow, and it's been
Yes.
beautiful that you could have this opportunity.
It certainly has, and that's been, I can't say enough about Sharon, what a wonderful person she is and what she's doing, and I mean the great help that she has given me.
And it's been my pleasure. It really has
It was
been.
mine,
It's
too.
been my pleasure.
It was
You're
mine,
really
too.
beautiful. Wow. It's been my pleasure. And so for all the Bravehearts out there, this is just one example of, this is one example of a Braveheart woman that is now leading the way within her family, because your family is now taking some of the protocols on, and now they're seeing that their mother, you know, there was some skepticism there. Now they're seeing their mother, that now she's moving forward, and they're supporting you within this. Yeah, it's really beautiful. So this is what this is about. This is about the Ixtapa World Healing and Training Center, where you can come down here and you can get treatments and training. We can fly to you and do personal treatment and training. You can go onto our consultants page and book a perfect day consult, and you can actually find out what it's like to now revitalize your body and to open it up from all those blockages. And you don't have to live in pain. You don't have to live in discomfort. You don't have to live in dis-ease, which is basically your body being out of alignment. So now what we've done with Andree is we're moving her back into alignment, and that alignment is giving her relief, and that alignment is giving you vitality and getting the energy flowing.
Exactly.
And that's what we are, is we're electromagnetic energy light beings.
That's right.
So it's all about the energy. It's all about the vibration. And so would you like to finish off with saying the Braveheart Oath for our viewers? What do you think? Would you like to say it together, or do you feel confident?
I know it. I know it by heart. So.
Would you like to say it?
Yeah. Okay. I will.
Okay, let's say it. Okay.
I am Braveheart.
I am.
I am love. I am healed. I am Braveheart. Today and every other day when I rise, I will gently close my eyes, and I will trust, I will honor, I will protect, I will respect, I will forgive, I will totally love myself, first and foremost, before anyone else or anything else. So help me God. Because I am, I can, I am healed, I am Braveheart.
Hear you roar. Thank you, beautiful. And
You're
remember,
welcome.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Remember, yes, 3, 2, 1.
You
I
got this.
it.
Thank you, Andree. Sending you love. It's been my pleasure. Bye.
You know, it's not good enough to have the most powerful courses, treatments, and training. We want to deliver to you the adventure of a lifetime that's going to last a lifetime. And I'm going to take you on a little adventure right now and show you what we are going to deliver. What are we going to deliver? We are going to deliver the authentic you, the real you, the genius inside. How would you like to become not just the master of your mind, but the master of your body, the master of your life? You know what? The most important world is your world, and we're about to show you how to create it.
Found Dr. Wolf and all his positivity and trying to reshape our way of thinking and help me be a better person, a better mom, better wife. I'm glad I found him in person in Ixtapa, Mexico.
Never limit yourself to beautiful, because that's what you are. Take a look at this beautiful place. We all deserve beauty in our life. You need to create a new program that is unlimited when it comes to things that are beautiful, things that make you happy, things that make you shine, things that make you feel excited. Let's get excited.
This guy's got something really interesting to say and he's sharing it really openly and we're just really not caring what other people think, and I just thought that was really empowering.
What I've learned in my life is this: to be the change you wish to be the change you wish to see, Braveheart, you have to understand you take life one step at a time.
Dr. Wolf, as many people will have seen, is very direct and straight and will take you to the edge of the cliff, as he says, and then pull you back just in time.
Never lose your focus. Never lose your dream, because you are the dream maker. It's called image, but guess what? It's your imagination. The image that you hold creates the thought that you live with. That thought creates an emotion that creates a frequency, and we know that the invisible creates the physical. I mean, that's quite obvious. So be the power that you seek, and understand something, that all your thoughts matter. And guess what? Unless you're willing to take a look at those thoughts and retrain your brain, change your personality, you'll never change your reality, and your reality could become infinite.
He's a wealth of information, and I love it.
You were created by your creator to create. So let's create something amazing together.
I found Dr. Wolf and I went, wow, here's a truth speaker. And he spoke to my soul and he spoke truth.
So tell me what you think of the destination that I came up with my imagination to hold the whole life coach certification for you. Understand something. It's all about beauty. It's all about adventure. It's all about stimulating the mind, okay? And understanding that your mind is unlimited. And that is what the whole life coach certification is all about. In the whole life coach certification, we are going to go deeper. We have people coming to us, professionals coming to us, from doctors to nurses to accountants to oil riggers to mothers that want to expand their life. And when they come here, they go, I need to learn to help my family, or I want to improve my business. But guess what? We get into their business. When they leave, they become the change that they wish to see, that they wish to be. They become the gift to the world, because when you can stay in the present, and you can't do that until you have unconditional love and care for yourself. And I'll tell you something right now. I have hardly even found 1 out of 1,000 practitioners, or even so-called whole life coaches, that can hold the present moment and own it and then give it as a gift. And this is what I'm going to give to you. And when you come here, this is where you're going to come into this room when you need to find alignment, you need to find balance, and you need to get back into your lion heart breath, because we're going to go deep into your heart and we're going to become the spark that you seek.
And actually what I really love about Dr. Wolf's teachings is that unconditional love is literally it. And then you're like, how can it be that easy? That's just silly. So, but it's really not.
Come play, come stay, come train with us today. Understand something. I know we have fear, but understand, that's just false evidence appearing real. I get it. Stick your toe in, feel the water, but then I want you to dive right in, because
How I found my Braveheart was through Daryl. He really teaches you to go within and go in through your heart and not your mind, because your heart's a lot more connected to so much more than your mind. Your mind is just so conditioned and your heart is just so open and beautiful.
you're the answer that you've been looking for. Let me teach you how to fly. What does that mean? First, love yourself, Braveheart. Let's take life in and win.
I had just lost my husband a couple of years ago. With his passing, he gave me the greatest gift, to love myself. But Dr. Wolf gave me the greatest gift in understanding that.
I had a dream 3 years ago that I would live in Mexico and I would have this training center, this teaching center, this treatment center that would touch the world. Your dreams are never too big. And when they start to create a little bit of anxiety, turn them into excitement. And get excited, because this is your life.
He's the first doctor that I have encountered that has truly given me the truth, and not just half truths, but the full truth. So it's been revolutionary for me in my healing process.
And this, my friend, when you take on the dream of all dreams, and you realize that if you stay connected to your breath, that you can have it all. Do not let anybody take your breath away. Do not let anybody steal your dream, okay? Listen, God gave you imagination. This is your sandbox of life. Take your life back. Right now, we are teaching courses to people that have come from all over the world, and the government is saying you can't travel, you can't breathe, you can't have this, you can't come together. Yes, we will. And we will do it with unconditional love for each other. And we will learn to grow. We will not judge each other. We'll observe and see where we can support each other. But at the same time, we will hold the Braveheart line, because this is the only way that we can grow. So find your roar, because you're so much more. And learn this. You are the unconditional love that you've been looking for. You are the dream maker. I can't wait to see you. We want to become that small piece of the puzzle that brings your dream together. Thank you. Let me ask you a question. What do you think it would take to turn your life around? I can tell you right now, I learned that a long time ago, what the key was. And anybody that has been able to perfect the perfect day on an emotional, physical, and spirit level knows this. The answer is